Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, so my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. It's Friday night. Yeah! That was weird. Anyway, choo-choo party. We're doing a choo-choo train. So, say hello, hello, hello if you're painting with me tonight. Let me know if anyone's painting with me tonight. Let us know if you're new to the fam. We'll give you a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. We got to give props to you know-who, because you never know. He might want to chime in. So, what'd they do with my button? There it is. He's snacking. He's going to say hi to your fans, Butters? You going to say hi to your fans? Yeah? Yeah, you going to say hi to your fans because you were just snacking? Yeah, because you're a good boy? Bless you. Bless you, buddy. There's the man. So, you never know. He might want to join the party with his barky barks later. We'll see what happens. Let me show you my handy-dandy table. Okay, so the blue decided to, whatever, and we got the black and the white and the red and the yellow and ginger ale tonight. Tommy's not feeling so great. Big boy, he is a 1-inch flat. We have Tiny in the house. He is a small round for details. Okay, Mini-Me's hanging out with us. He is a shader. He's also for details and coloring small objects in. All right, we got two fluffies tonight. We got a medium-sized fluffy and a small fluffy. All right, and then we also, of course, have Mr. Nifties, which I send out for free, whoever sends support over $3. So, there you have it. All right, when you do your brushes, you want to swirl, you want to tap, you want to dab on your paper towel, and you want them to be moist and wet, but not dripping, okay? So, that's how that works. All right, everybody's saying hello, hello, hello already, so let me switch over to my roll call. Let's see who we got so far. Who's here for torture tonight? All right, we got Kimberly in the house. Oh, yeah, Kimberly's hanging out with us. And we got Tina B. Hello, 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 Tina B. How are you doing, doll? And we've got Sheila's in the house. Hello, 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 Sheila. How are you doing? Rochelle's hanging out with us. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing? And Carolyn is here. Hi, Carolyn. And Carolyn's here. Hello, 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 everybody. Debbie's being a watcher tonight. Watcher! We got all sorts. We got watchers, we got painters, we got creepers. It's all good. And Marsha's with us tonight. Hello, 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 Marsha. How are you doing, sweetheart? So, thank you so much for the stars, Debbie, making an entrance. Debbie coming in, making an entrance. I love it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. She's like, I'm just watching, but I'm also tipping. And Tina B, with your school adventure, that's kicking your little hiney. I hear that. I hear that. All right, let me put you guys in my handy-dandy holder. We got a mega painting to do tonight. Lots of stuff with this painting. Lots of stuff. So, that's okay though, because we're awesome, and we're going to be able to do this without a problem, because you guys have learned all this stuff, and if you're new, I'm going to show it to you, okay? So, I'm working on a 16 by 20 canvas. It's 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on, it's the Leo in you. I'm a Leo too, Debbie. I don't know if you could tell that. Rawr, Leo's in the house. Rawr. Yep, we demand attention. Give me attention. Alright, so if you're working on something different, something smaller, different size, as long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I'm in, you're going to be fine. Okay, so, alright, I cannot show you both at once what we're working on and the actual painting. So if you need a reference, swipe the comments to the left and get rid of those. You could take your screenshot, which you can refer to throughout our party. So I will pull it back into frame if I want to show you something or explain something, or if you want to see it, but I can't show you both at once. So anyway, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cindy is here. Hi, Cindy. Hello, 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 doll. How are you doing? How are you doing? All right, Cindy's in the house. That's what I'm talking about. 6,000%. All right, so we're going to get started in about 4 seconds. Okay, just giving everybody time to come in and hang out. There was some people might still be finding me off of my page. So if they're new to the fam or something like that, so we'll give it like one more second. Oh, I know what I need to do. Hi everybody. I went with Mermaid tonight. I was feeling, I know, it's like whoosh. But, oh, you had to put the electric blanket on. It's been rainy all day, but it's been warm. It's like a rainy, warm day. Let me share all my links. So, replays are always, always, always available on my YouTube page. So, there's 230 paintings on YouTube right now, guys. That's a lot of paintings. So there's some fall ones. I did some past blasts for you like I said I would. A lot of people wanted to see the triple pumpkin video. So that, I past blast that, but it's also on YouTube. Sorry, I'm trying to find my YouTube page. Alrighty. I know it's in here somewhere. I know it's in here. There it is. Found it. Joan is here. Hello, 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 Joan. How are you doing, doll? Found the YouTube page. All right. Always free to watch. Tips are appreciated. Stars is enabled. They're about a penny a star on my end. Maybe less. Maybe less for me. Actually, for what I get. I also have PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. So I will share those links now. All right, so there is the Cash App. Ba, 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 da, ba. And I keep hitting the dang wrong button. I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, is it going to be one of those nights? I hope not, because we got a lot of painting to do. So get your act together here, Eve. Get your act together. All right, we got one more button, and then I'll be done. I promise. 6,000%. I'll be done. All right, one more button. What was it? I did Cash App. I did PayPal. Now I got to do Venmo. There it is. Boom. Found it. All right. And since I almost cursed through that whole process, I'm going to remind myself all my videos are kid-friendly. So if you guys can watch your comments, and I'm going to try to watch this thing, we'll be good to go. All right. So everybody said hello, hello, hello. I got everybody on the roll call. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started. I hope everybody had a good week. All right, so it's the almighty blank canvas. It's so scary, but we're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. Yes, yes we are. Yes we are. Does it look a little dark to you? I don't know, maybe my phone's just dark. Hold on, let me see if I can brighten. I lied, I'm pressing more buttons. I lied. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's much, now I can see. My phone was on the little bit of light to save energy. And I'm like, why is everything so dark? I can't see a darn thing. But now I can see. Okay, whew. That was good. All right, swirl tap that big boy. We're going right in with the bigger boy. And blue and white, guys. Blue and white. And you're doing the whole entire canvas. Oh, no, Kimberly, that stings. Healing wishes and prayers and recovery for Kimberly, everybody. Yeah, tis the season to be sick. Tis the season to be sick. So the whole entire canvas is going to be blue and white. So I might as well get started. Because I have to paint this whole thing blue and white. Alright, so the whole entire thing, you're painting blue and white. Okay, and it's your sky and it's your water, so it's up to you how blue you want it, or how white you want it, or how light or dark, or whatever you want to do. It's your sky. And I have blue all over my palette because it decided not to work. So that's going on. That's a thing right now. That is a thing, right? And I am just putting this on nice and lightly, right? Making sure I go back and forth and spread it nice and thin, right? Have the coverage, but don't have it thick and globby, right? So you just brush over it with your brush like this, smooth it all out. The more you do this, the more blended it'll become. I want mine a little bit more. You know, I usually go for the separation of colors. You guys know that already. But I want it to be a little more blended today because there's so much going on in the painting that, you know, there's so much going on in the painting. We have waterfalls, we have trees, we got cliffs, we got choo-choos. You know what I mean? So I don't need a busy background. Busy, busy. We don't need it to busy, busy, busy bee. We don't need a busy bee background. No, we don't. So I'm going to, you know, kind of blend this out a little bit. That was the whole point of that story. Very long story just to say I want to blend it out. Oof. I'm telling you. I don't know, good thing the man upstairs gave me like the gift of gab. Or, you know, maybe it's because I live alone and I just live with Butters and, you know, he loves to bark, but he's not really, you know, he's not really one for conversation. You know what I mean? Like, he likes to let out his barks and his growl, his whatevers, but he's not really one to kind of sit down and have a cup of tea and, you know, have an in-depth conversation with him. So, you know, I mean, I do talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So I get, you know, I guess that's better than talking to myself. I guess that's better than talking to myself. I don't know. No idea. But I've done that too, though. You know, I've turned around and done something and been like, you know, hey Eve, that wasn't too bright there, Eve. So you know, if I ever turn the live on and you just see me you know, shaking back and forth and wringing my hands and just like sputtering, you know that it's all over, all right, Charlie? It's all over. Find me a nice comfy spot somewhere. Find me a nice comfy spot somewhere and just give me some paint and that we'll call it done. You know what I'm saying? How did I get into talking about this stuff? I don't even know. I don't even know. Really, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So, I hope everyone is feeling okay. I know it's the season to get sick. 'Tis the season to get sick. So, guys, take your extra vitamins, all right? Make sure you're taking some vitamin C or eat oranges or, you know, vitamin C is really, really amazing to help keep yourself from getting sick. And also, make sure that you, a lot of you are going to have your heat on. So, if your heat like dries your house out, get yourself a humidifier because, you know, you want everything to be moving and shaking. If it winds up getting all clogged up in your sinuses, that's where nasty little germs like to go, right? Make us sick. So get yourself, if your heat's coming on and it's really dry, you know, get yourself a little tabletop humidifier. I mean, even if you just have it in the room for like when you're sleeping. I have two. I have one in my I have one in the living room and I have one in my bedroom. The one in the bedroom I have out all year long because I have really my sinus issues are off the charts. So but anyway, you know, make sure that because 'tis the season, right? The weather's changing for most of you. It's cold. I know you just shared about being in your electric blanket. So, you know, guys, you gotta take, you can't take care of anybody else if you don't take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not gonna be able to take care of anybody else. So those of you that, you know, have kids or have loved ones or whatever your deal may be, make sure you're taking the time to take care of yourself. All right, guys, make sure you're taking the time because it's very, very important. You don't have any heat right now? Elderberry, who gave the elderberry hint? Carolyn, elderberry liquid or choose. Oh, really? Elderberry. All right. That sounds good. They sound kind of yummy. And you don't have your heat, Cindy? Cindy, you need to take care of that, babe. You need to take care of that. All right. Well, you make sure you get yourself, even if it's a little space heater, or like you said, using your blanket. Make sure you take care of that. All right. We need the brown. We need brown. All right. So I'm out of white paint. I gotta grab white paint. You haven't had any for a few years? Oh, that's... All right. Well, I guess you learn to live with it, right? You learn to live with it. So, those are the sort of things... Hello, Pamela. How are you doing, sweetheart? Those are the sort of things I guess you learn to live with. I used to... When we lost power, space heater is in the bathroom only. I hear you, Cindy. Got to keep the tush nice and warm, right? Hey, Tammy, how you doing, sweetheart? Hello, Tammy. So when we lost power during Sandy, you're doing great, good. When we lost power during Sandy, I actually did steamer pots. You'd be amazed at how warm steamer pots get your house. So basically, all I did, because my stove was a gas stove, it wasn't electric. So I would heat huge pots full of hot boiling water, and I would bring them into the other rooms. And literally, like, the neighbor came over and he's like, how do you have heat? And it was like a sauna in here. And I had so many candles. They're like, how do you have heat and light? And I'm like, candles and steamer pots. So they hung out with us for a good minute to get nice and toasty. But it's a great trick, and it puts the moisture in the air that you need when the air gets dry. So that works, Cindy. I like that. That sounds like a good plan. All right, so I'm grabbing white, and I'm grabbing red, and I'm grabbing yellow. Now I'm going to need a lot of brown. So, let's see if I can make a good amount of brown here. So grabbing the yellow, grabbing the red. I'm going to grab black tonight. All right, and we're going to smash this up. Let's smash her up. Let's see what we get. If it's looking green, add more red. If it's looking purple, add more yellow. I smashed it up. I think I have a nice pretty brown going on right there. Now you guys remember brown, right? So you're not going to get, we got to take our time with it, because if you try to paint with your brown too much, it winds up lifting off. So we're going to put it on, and we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. So you want to find halfway. Okay, find halfway and then go a little bit above halfway, because you want room for your water, your bridge, and your train. Okay, guys, and I want to make sure you're leaving enough room for those things. So go a little bit up halfway. Draw yourself sort of a line, okay? You're going to go, here's the middle, right? You're going to go towards the middle, okay? So you're going to go towards the middle, stop about there. And then what you're going to turn around, you're going to go about 3 to 4 fingers off the top. Okay, and just pull. Just pull. Okay, just pull. This is layer 1, right? Layer 1. Like I said, with brown, we need to do a few layers, right? So, layer 1. And no, I didn't do the white first, because this is far away. So I don't want it to be bright. I want it to be muted tones. Okay? So you're going to do a rectangle. Then you're just going to take it a half a step down and do another one. Okay, then you're just going to take it a half a step down and do another one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. You guys can do this. 6,000%. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not worrying about it be a certain shape or a size or anything, right? Well, maybe I'm worrying about it be a shape and a size. That was a lie. But I'm not making it a perfect shape or anything like that. I'm just putting in a rectangle. I know you all can paint a rectangle. Okay? So, you're going to take a step down and you're going to do another one. Okay? You're going to take a step down and do another one. 6,000%. Just want to say hi. Oh, goodness, Mary. Healing wishes and prayers to Mary, everybody. We gotta send some healing powers over to Mary, guys. Oh, that stinks, Mary. I hope you recover real soon, baby doll. Yeah. We were just talking about everybody getting sick, Mary. Carolyn said elderberry works really well. And I was talking about vitamin C. But, you know, pneumonia is just a nasty little guy. He is nasty. Alright, once you have that, if you got some line left right here, you're going to do one at an angle and just come down. Okay, you're going to do one at an angle and just come down. Okay, now you can kind of round your shapes out if you want a little bit. So I'm just going to round out my top of my mountains here. You know, I'm going to make it so they're not perfectly straight across. You know, give it a little oddness to their shape. And easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, now leave it alone. Hi, Katie. How are you doing, sweetheart? Leave it alone. Stop messing with it. Stop messing with it. Alright, we're going to do the ones on the other side now. We're going to do the ones on the other side. So, the first one I want you to paint, you're going to turn around, you're going to follow this down, okay, where that edge is, and you're going to move over from that edge. Okay? Whoop! Fumbles! You guys see? I caught that, though. I caught it on my shirt. Fumble! Oh, and before I forget, happy Veterans Day to, you know, anybody that's family of a vet or, you know, you're a vet yourself. Happy Veterans Day, guys. Happy Veterans Day. Okay, so thank you so much for your service. If you happen to be on here and you were in the service or family of yours was in the service, 6,000%. 40 degrees in Dallas tonight. Oh, geez. Cheese and crackers. That is cold for Dallas. Okay, what was I saying? Okay, so you're going to move over from this edge. You're going to go that way. All right? And then you're going to put in, you're going to pull this all the way up, and you're going to go over with it. Just like that. Okay? Just like that. So, you're going to leave space between this one and this one. Alright? And you're just going to make this oddball rectangle shape, and you're going to fill it in. You're going to fill it in. And we're going to add some white to this one because it's closer. So I want the colors to be a little more bright, not as muted. All right, so I'm going to add some white to this one. And I'm not going to go blendy. We're not going to blendy. Right, all I did was throw some white paint on my brush because we want this one to be brighter than the ones back here. See how just adding that little bit of paint brighten this whole thing up compared to the ones in the distance? From a distance, God is watching us. Remember that Bette Midler song? That was a great song. From a distance, you look like my friend. That was a good song, right? Okay, once you have that in there, all right, now you're going to do your three little guys on top of there. Okay, so you're basically just going to draw in, you know, I just grabbed more brown paint. I didn't clean my brush or anything. So I am just drawing in some cliff shapes. That's all I'm doing. Right? We're just drawing in some cliff shapes. So I made a square. This one's kind of like, you know, a triangle shape, whatever it is, okay, and then do another square, right, round it out a little bit, okay, so we're just putting in some cliff shapes. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing, and now we're going to leave it alone. We got to let everything dry, because if you keep playing, hello, Murray, how are you doing? You're having a freeze warning in Dallas. What? That's crazy. Hello, Murray. How are you, sweetheart? How are you doing? That's just nuts, Cindy. Hi. Leave it alone. Stop. Stop playing with it. I know you're playing with it. Stop playing with it. Hi, Becky. Hello, Becky. How are you doing, sweetheart? So, all right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to smush, guys. We're going to smush-a-do. Yes, we are. We're smushing. We're going to smush. Oh, glad to hear, Marie. Marie, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So, we're going to smush. That's what we're going to do. So, you want to grab your medium fluffy. Right? So, this is all layer 1. Alright, guys? So, no stress in any of this. We got to put 2 to 3 more layers on all of this stuff. So, don't be stressing it. So, we're going to smush right in this area. Okay? And we're gonna smush with basically white, red, and yellow. So it's all gonna come out peachy. Right? It's all gonna come out peachy. And that's okay. We don't have to worry about any of our colors or anything right now. Alright? We just want to cover up this blue. So you're gonna use a lot of white with your smushing. Alright? A lot of white with your smushing. And you want to smush. You want to smush to the end here, okay? And you want to stop your smushing right around here, okay? So you want to stop your smushing right around here, okay? So you're only doing like that much smushing from the bottom of your cliffs, okay? You're not doing that much. So you're doing into your cliffs like this, but you're going to stop only a little bit underneath your cliffs. Because you got to leave room for your train and your bridge, right? And our refractions, we got to leave room for our refractions, okay? And you can do a little smush around the bend here. All right, so this is layer 1. Is your brown going to mix in? Probably. Do we care? Absolutely not. We don't care. We don't care. We just want a lot of white. Oh, a lot of white. Oh, a lot of white. So it covers that blue. And we don't really care how gross this color is. Because it's like a ucky, brownish, reddish, yellowish, whatever it is going on. I don't know what it is. But we don't care. We don't care how yucky this is. Alright? Doesn't faze us in the least. Okay? And so you want to go kind of straight across on the bottom, you know, kind of straight across, not perfectly straight, but kind of straight across on the bottom, and you're just smushing this in. Alright, and then you're going to, guess what, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is, I'm trying to think if there's something we can do, or do we got to give drying time? We kind of have to give drying time. Yes, we got to give drying time. I mean, we could put our tracks in. We could do that. All right, so let's do that. All right, so swirl, tap, dab, big boy. Swirl, tap, dab, the bigger boy. Okay, guys, if you can't do horizontal very straight, turn your canvas the other way and go straight down instead. Because down is easier to get a straight line, all right? So if you can't, if you're not so good this way, turn your canvas and then you can go whoop and just drop a line in. Alright guys, there's no shame in that. Just turn your canvas and drop the line in vertically instead of horizontal. Big boy, nice and clean, black paint. Alright, I want to make sure that I leave enough room for my train where my cliff is. So I'm literally only going like a couple of fingers up from the bottom for the track. Okay, and you're going to start over here in your mountain somewhere. And you're going to pull, right? Holding my brush back here, straight up against the canvas. Faster I go, straighter it'll be. Bam. And like I said, if you don't do so well doing it horizontal, then you could always turn around and turn your canvas the other way. You could always turn your canvas the other way. Okay, so you just want to make sure you leave enough room for your train. Alright, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so bam, just like that. And then you can add your, grabbing some more black paint. And I'm just going to drop in the lines with the X's, right? Okay, so put one here. Our brackets. There's one bracket right there. Right? There's one bracket going on. I don't know where this white spot came from. Oh, I think it's when I wiped off the brown paint. I think that's what happened. All right, and I'm going to do another bracket on this white spot. You like how I did that? All right, so I'll do another bracket on the white spot there. Okay. And let's see, do we want another one? Yeah, we could do another one. Why not? So we'll do one right here. Right here, right? So I'm just pulling downward. That's all I'm doing. I'm just pulling downward with Big Boy. And then doing a couple flicky-doos upwards from the bottom of my canvas. Okay, so I'm just pulling downward. The more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So that's up to you and your brackets, all right? It's up to you and your brackets. And remember, this is an old choo-choo train railing, right? So are we going to stress perfect? No, we're not going to stress any of that tonight. We're not stressing any of that tonight. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not going to stress any of that stuff. So I am just going back over it. I'm making them a little thicker. You know, cleaning the edges up a bit. Right? No worries. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Notice how I'm playing with it. The bigger and bigger they're getting. See, I don't lie. I don't tell you guys lies. You know, it's exactly what I told you. The more you play with it, the bigger it gets. So, I mean, I wasn't lying to you. So, I got to make these guys bigger now. All right. So, we're going to make this one bigger. We're going to make this one bigger. We got to make this one bigger. And then I'm going to stop. Then you guys got to yell at me. Say, stop painting, Eve. And just like I yell at you guys, you got to tell me, stop painting. All right. So, we're going to make this one bigger. All right. Just like that. Now, you can turn around and put your brackets in if your track is a little higher up. Right? On the original, see how I did the two lines and then I did the cross with the X. I mean, if you want to add that to your track, that's totally fine. My track I put lower in this painting for tonight. So I don't have room for those details, but easy peasy, right? Just horizontal and an X. Okay, guys? So if you want to add that detail, if you have plenty of track coming up from the bottom of your canvas, you could always do something like that. I'm going to have them like this, and I'm going to add X's to them. Okay? I'm going to add X's to them. So I'm going to get out Mini-Me. I'm going to get out the Mini-Me. Thank you so much for the hearts. I saw that. I saw that, guys, and thank you for the stars, and thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You guys made me cry, just to let you know, but thank you so much for all your supportive comments about my Tuesday endeavors. Thank you guys very, very, very much. That was very sweet of you and very kind of you. And I love you all, and you all warm my heart. So, thank you very much for all of those wonderful, warm, and mushy comments. I really appreciated every single one. So, I'm getting a whole bunch of hearts right now. Alright, so I'm going to do X's inside these guys. Bam. And bam. Alright, so there's one. There's the 1X going on here. We got 1X. Okay, grab some more black paint. And we're going to go with this X like this. Boop, 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 boop. There's another X. Okay. What white spot? There's no white spot on my painting. And over here. Okay. Oh, I can't fit an X in that one, can I? No. He's X-less. This one's X-less. So let's just do a crossbar. We'll do a crossbar. He wanted to be different, this guy. He wanted to be different. That's the situation. This is me. This is me over here being different. Okay? And then I'm just going to clean up. We're just going to do a little clean up, right? Pull this across. Clean it up just like that. All right. There we have it. There we have our track. Our track for our train. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Okay. So, give you guys a chance to catch up mustard a little bit. Those of you that are painting with me. We got Marie in the house, and Pamela is here, and Kimberly, and Tina B, and Sheila, and Rochelle, Carolyn, Debbie, Marcia, Cindy, Joan, Tammy, Mary, Katie, and Becky. And Becky leaving comments about her nifties, how much she likes nifties, and Carolyn doing a hack with her nifty, attaching it to a longer brush. So that's kind of cool. And let's see, what else was going on the page? You guys have been blowing the page up. All your lovely comments. Right? Those of you that, you know, all those YouTube videos are all from these lives, guys. And those of you that are new to painting with me, or if you're watching the replay, I use the same brushes and the same paint for every single video. So if you guys, I love nights, but hi Tammy, but you lose, oh, nifties, you love nifties, but you, yeah, they're sneaky little suckers. This is the first time I painted with you. You're awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. Welcome to the fam. Everybody give Laura a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. And you love, yeah, nifties. That they're sneaky little suckers. They are sneaky little suckers, Tammy. That's for sure. They get lost. That's why I send them out every single time. So even if you send me support a few times. Every time you send me support, I send them out because they get lost. They go down sink drains, the cats scoot them around, like everything winds up going all sorts of stuff. So everybody give Laura a warm, I see all you guys welcoming Laura in. You guys are so sweet. You are so sweet. We are definitely family here. We are family. All my brothers, sisters, and me. We are... Oh man, I wish I could sing. Singing would be cool, but singing eludes me. Alright, if your brown's dry, we're going in for layer 2 on our browns. Okay, guys? We're going in for layer 2 on our browns. So, I'm going to swirl tap that big boy. And I'm not going to worry about getting them ultra clean. Alright, and we want to do layer 2. And, you know, if you want to have fun and play a little, I'm going to grab some black because I know the waterfalls are going to go on here. And I know the waterfalls are going to make shadows. So I'm going to grab some black paint with some brown. And I'm going to zigzag zoom. Sing, girls, sing. We are family. All my brothers, sisters, and me. That's like the only line I know, though. So I'm going to zigzag zoom some darker areas in here. Just because I know the waterfall is going to make some darker areas. So I'm zigzag zooming some of that in here. Just vertically. Right? And grab some more paint. Grab some more brown. Grab some more black. Zigzag zoom some darker in the middle of this one. Right? And zigzag zoom some darker in the middle of this one. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with just my brown. Alright, just the brown paint now. And I'm going to zigzag zoom. Well, it's like zigzag zoom, dabbing kind of thing going on here. So I'm zigzag zooming and I'm dabbing. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to turn my brush horizontal. And I'm going to give a little lift off to get those to all work together. And bam. Alright, now gotta grab some more brown paint, and I'm gonna dab and dab, right? We're dabbing here. Okay, gonna do a little dab. right? All the brush and dab over here. Let's dab over here, right? Let's do some dabbing over here. Okay, now that I have no brush left on my brush. No paint left on my brush. Now I'm going to lift up. Now we're going to do the lift up. We're going to do the lift off, right? I'm just going to do quick little pulls and have that all soften together. All right, same with this one. Quick little pulls and have that all soften together. Okay, and then this guy over here. Ba, 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 da, ba. There we go. Just like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. All right, these guys over here. Same process, right? You're just playing with browns. Okay, you're just playing with browns. So I got to make more brown. We knew that was coming. So I'm grabbing my red. I'm grabbing my yellow. I'm grabbing some black. I'm grabbing some white. Alright, I'm going to do a smash smash. Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. There's a brown for you. Alright, so now we got to do the other guys. So you can just have fun with these guys because it doesn't really matter what's going on. So I'm going to flicky-do. I didn't over mix the colors on my brush. That's how I'm getting this separation of color on here. So I'm just doing a little bit of flicky-do moment, right? Flicky-do upwards. Okay, just like that. Do a little flicky-do this way. All right, I'm gonna wipe off my brush. Wipe off my brush, and now I'm just gonna do a pull to soften that all together. We're just gonna pull. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, guys. You had an empty, okay, so Carolyn's hack. Let's listen to this. I had an empty Band-Aid box, and the nifty brushes fit in there perfectly. See, a Band-Aid box, I love that. You know what might work, too? You ever see those traveling Q-tip boxes? That would probably work really good, too. Okay, now you're going to color in this one. All right, now most of this is going to be tunnel, so you don't have to stress it too much. I am going to add some white so it's lighter. I just put my nail right in there. So it's lighter, and you can see it in front of those guys right in the back. All right, did I just get paint on my eyebrow? No, I'm just spitting on myself. Notice how I use this as a mirror? It's like, meanwhile, you guys are looking at me. Oh, my God. All right, so I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of white paint. I'm going to grab the dirty white I got going on here. And I'm going to grab that brown paint. And we're going to color in this guy. Alright, so I'm going to fix his edge. And we're just going to do some pulls. Pull, 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 pull. Alright, just going to pull the color through. Right, nice colors separated on the brush. Nice and dirty. Riding dirty. We're riding dirty. Right? Pull that down. And then, you know, a little bit of white, a little bit of black. Right? I'm just grabbing from this dirty pile a little bit of the brown. And I'm going to come up from the bottom now. Okay, don't matter if you paint over your track. You could always put it back in later. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to put it back in later. Okay, so I'm just going to pull upwards with my nice dirty brush. Right? And soften a little bit. Getting that area right there. And we're going to soften. And we're softening. Alright. So, now that I have that going on, let's do our tunnel. So, I'm going to grab just black. Alright, I didn't clean my brush or anything like that, but it is nice and straight. Alright, we're going to grab just black, and we're doing a horseshoe, guys. You're just going to do a horseshoe. That's all you're doing. So, you're going to start on, start on this side, so you know that you're going to make it inside of your canvas. And you're just going to pull up, and curve around, kind of flatten it out, come down the other side. Alright, that's all you're going to do. And then you can fill and fix. You're going to fill and fix with the black paint. Now, is the brown that you just painted going to mix into it? Absolutely. And we're not mad at that because it kind of looks like the cliff inside of the tunnel. You know what I mean? So we're not mad at that because it's kind of given like the vibe of it, the cliff being in the tunnel. Right? So it wouldn't be black, 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 black. It wouldn't be black, 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 black. Right? And obviously you're stopping where your track went across. Okay, so you're stopping where your track was. Alright, and fill and fix. So I'm going to fill this doing flicky stuff. I'm going to fill this in doing flicky. Alright, if you go out of your lines, don't stress it because we got to put the rocks around this entrance. Alright, the original had the rocks going around it. So if you kind of smush, you know, you smush and mush, that's okay. Don't stress it. Alright, bam, just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. So, you know, as we keep working, we're going to be adding more and more details. So there's certain things you don't have to stress because there's going to be a detail going right over the top. Carolyn, didn't you attach Nifty to a brush or something? Was that you? Or was that somebody else that did that? Because I know Joan that's on here. I don't know if Joan's here tonight. Joan, you're here. She was saying how the Nifties are kind of too small for being able to hold them. So I thought that was a really good idea if you want to like elaborate on how you attach the Nifty to a handle and made it stay. Because some of you might not have the, you know, the grip for the smaller brush. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is there's actually another mountain. Okay, there's another mountain. Let me show you in the original. There's another mountain. Doesn't this painting give total like Santa Fe vibes? Like total Santa Fe vibes going on. So there's another one right here. So we're going to put that one in. Hello, Joanne. How are you doing, sweetheart? You have to go in the corner, Joanne. You're late to class. That's all there is to it. You're in the punishing corner. So what did Carolyn say? Carolyn, she yes, you attached it to an old brush, longer handle. So an older brush that had a longer handle with waterproof gray tape. Well, there you go. I didn't even know they made waterproof tape. That's interesting. I didn't know they made waterproof tape. There's duct tape. Is duct tape waterproof? Was it duct tape, Carolyn? Is duct tape waterproof? I don't even know. Alright, so we're going to put that other cliff in. We're going to put that other cliff in. So I'm swirl tap dabbing, big boy. And I'm going to grab some white this time. So I'm going to grab the white, dirty white, and I'm going to grab the brown. Okay? And it's all different colors on my brush. See that? And I'm just going to drop in this other little cliff in the front here. So, you know, I did like a rectangle. I did a rectangle going into the trees. Alright, and if it's not a different color than the one behind it, add more white to it so you can see it. Alright, and then I did like a little angled piece over here. And then I did like another angled piece over here. And there you go. So there's the other cliff. Okay, and like I said, if you can't tell the difference between this one and the other one, then add more white tape to it. Walmart has it too, and it works. Walmart has what, Cindy? I'm missing stuff. It's a gray tape from Home Depot for use outdoor. Oh, the tape! I'm like, what are you guys talking about? could always drill right size hole in pencil too. Oh yeah, maybe if you took the lead out, take the lead out of it. Maybe you guys are so like ingenuitive. I already forgot we were talking about tape. I'm gonna grab some more white on this brush with my brown, right? And I'm just going to do little pulls through here with the white, so it has some highlight on it. And then with this leftover brown on my brush, I'm just going to come over here, right? Because the more layers you do, the better it looks, right? So I'm just going to come over here and add some highlighted spots since I have white and brown on my brush. And over here, I'm going to highlight this guy a little bit, right? So basically, it's just because I have white on my brush. That's the only reason I'm doing this. It's because there's still leftover brown and white on my brush, so I'm just using it to, now I'm going to just do zigzag zooms, dabs, right, dabs, just going to dab that through, okay, and then this one, I lost this now because I made that light because I wasn't paying attention, so I got to make this one back to being dark again. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Alright, so we got to make that one dark again, and I got to make the other one lighter. Got to make the other one lighter so we can see it again. There it is. Alright, now I'm going to stop playing. So stop playing, Eve. Lots of waterproof duct tape in your bathroom and it doesn't leak. Oh, okay. There you go, Cindy. See, I'm learning all sorts of stuff tonight. I'm learning about duct tape being waterproof. I'm learning about elderberries. You guys are just a plethora of knowledge tonight. A plethora of knowledge. Okay, so now we're going to smush again. We're going to smush again. But we're going to smush with our tiny fluffy. Alright, and we're smushing with our tiny fluffy. So all the trees up in here have small detail to them. Okay, so those of you that watched my landscape how-to series, I was talking about how to make your trees look further and further away. You just do a smaller detail to them. So you're doing the same exact thing, except smaller. And that's why we're going to use the smaller brush. Okay? To get all those little details in there. Just have it be smaller. Alright? And now, right, if this is dry for you, you're going to just turn around and grab reds, grab yellows, grab browns, grab whatever you want to grab. And I'm going to smash this. Alright, I'm going to smash this. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to, right, here, there, not everywhere. I'm just going to scatter these colors throughout here. Okay? And we can go in the area where they're going to be bigger. I think I have to make this bigger, actually. So, let me grab my medium fluffy. I got to make my space bigger. Because I don't have room for the trees that are getting reflected. The reflected trees. So, I'm going to grab that white again. And I'm just going to make this, I'm going to make my land a little bit bigger right here. Because I need the area for the trees that are reflected in the water. So, we're going to, right? You can always go bigger. You can't go smaller. So, I'm going to add this in here. Right? Because that's where my trees in the water are going to go. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to smushing the little stuff in. Okay, so I'm going to smush this color around, and then I'm going to grab some just yellow. I'm going to grab some just yellow, and I'm going to smush this in, right? And if you go over your mountain, that's okay. You can always just clean it up later. So I'm going to do these little smushes of the yellow. All right, if it's starting to look like a mushy mess, you wipe your brush off. You wipe your brush off and you keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Alright, you want to keep it moving. Okay, so every so often you want to wipe your brush off. Okay, wipe my brush off and let me grab just red now. Let's grab some just red. Right, so I'm going to tap in these just red pieces. Here, there, not everywhere. I'll wipe my brush off and let's go back to the yellow again. Alright, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and this is going to make all these pretty little fall colors. And it looks like they're far away, right? Looks like they're under this mountain here. And, you know, we're going to touch up later. We're going to touch up later because we got to add the mist and the falls. So, we might wind up needing to do a little touch up. But that's okay. We're not mad at that. We're not mad at that. We might need to do a little touch up, and that's okay. So, a little, right? And I am just literally switching between red and yellow. That is all I'm doing. I'm switching between red and yellow, and I'm keeping it moving, and I'm just smushing, guys. That's all I'm doing. And doing it with the smaller brush gives me those tiny little, like, texture moments, so it looks like small little trees. Right? And you didn't even have to work for it. You didn't even have to work for it. And they look far, far, far away. Far, far, far away. Yes, they do. And I'm just gonna, I'm gonna smush this. You know, I'm just gonna, I'm not worried about this too much because this is where my trees are gonna go, the bigger trees. So, I'm just kind of filling this with some color for right now. We're just filling it in with some color for right now. And when I do my trees, then, you know, it'll come out different. But I want to fill it in with the color because when I do my tree, if it's not completely covering the background, it's not going to be a problem because there's going to be colors in the background, right? There's going to be colors in the background. So if it's not covering the background, that's quite all right. Okay, so I'm just going to finish filling this in. Easy peasy, a lemon squeezy. Okay, so put Fluffy away. That ginger ale was banging. I sucked that down like there was no tomorrow. It was very refreshing. It was very refreshing. Alright, so we're going to do our, these have to be dry, so we got to make sure those are dry. But we can start mapping in our train. Actually, no, I want to do the bricks. That's what I want to do. So we're gonna put the bricks in. So what you want to do, what you want to do. All right, and I'll use Mini Me, all right, because you guys probably have a hard time using the bigger brush to do this. So basically, you just want to make two different colors. So I went with like the green tones. See the green tones, right? So they look like, so I went with the green tones. So basically, all I did was I took my brown and I added yellow and blue to it. So the brown that I have on my palette, I just grabbed yellow and I grabbed some blue and mixed it in with my brown, and it gave me like a greenish brown. All right, and then I just added white to get the two tones. So I have this greenish brown, and then if I add white to some of it, it's going to give me the other color. All right, so that's what I did for the two colors. So I'm going to wipe my brush off because I just made it a big mushy mess. And I'm going to just put all the bricks in with the one color first. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to start over here because this is going to be the annoying spot. And I'm just going to make these little rounded bricks. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going over the edge that I made for the tunnel. Right? I'm going over the edge that I made for the tunnel. And I am just going to do these little bricks. all the way around my tunnel entrance here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, and if your paint is being see-through and it's not you know, if it's not really showing up for you, you can add a little bit of white to it. You can add a little bit of white to it if you need to. Alright, so if it's not really showing up for you, you can just add some white to it. Alright? Just like that. And you're just going to follow the curve. I'll put some white in these guys so you can see what I'm doing. I just realized on camera you really can't see what I'm doing because they're too dark. So I'll put some white in all of them so you can see what I did. Okay. There we go. So I'm grabbing some white with these now. And I am just going around now my entrance to my tunnel. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then you do the other bricks in between a different color. So how am I going to do my different color? I'm just going to add more white. I'm going to add more white. That's all I'm going to do. So when it's time to do the ones in between, we're just going to grab more white to keep it nice and simple. So it's a cute little detail, you know, and it's easy enough to do. It's easy enough to do. 6,000%. 6,000%. Okay, so just going around in circles. Right? I can do that like a champ. I can go around in circles like a champ. Ba 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 ba. Okay, and we're not going to worry about our track or anything right now. We're going to schmooze that all and fix that all when we, you know. So I could either go darker, like a lot darker. I could add black to this, or I can go a lot lighter and add white to it. So, hello, 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 Sean. How are you doing, sweetheart? You're just a little too slow for this. Yes, I'm moving rather quickly. I'm moving rather quickly because there's a lot of things in this painting. So if you're falling behind, that's okay. That's why I make the replays always available. And if you need me to answer a question, like if I already did something and you're just getting to it, you can ask me and I'll repeat how I did it. Okay? And there's certain things that, you know, you can kind of fill in later on, right? You don't have to do it right now. Alright, so there's certain things that aren't, you know what I mean? So you can take care of those things later. Alright, and if I'm going too wicked fast, just ask for a ketchup mustard moment and, you know, I'll take a break, okay? So, welcome to the fam, Sean. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody give Sean a warm Eve's Creations family welcome. He was hanging out. He was hanging out in the background and, decided to talk to us. Hello, sweetheart. And Debbie, you take about 140 photo shots to keep step by step and watch the replay to paint. That's a lot of pictures. I'm sure my face in some of them aren't that great. So I'm going to go darker, actually. I changed my mind. So I'm going to grab black with that brown that I made. Alright, I decided to go darker instead of lighter, lighter, lighter. So I'm going to grab some black and make the brown I made for my bricks. I'm going to add black to them to make them darker. Okay, and we're going to go around with the darker bricks now. Okay, so we're going to go around with the darker bricks. Okay, Sean, that sounds good. That's what a lot of the fan members do. Is everybody's a watcher, so they watch me teach it, and then they go back and do the replay or take 100 or so photos. Oh my goodness. I hope they're of the painting and not of me. I'm sure if I was caught in a couple of screenshots, I'd be making some of the goofiest faces you've ever seen. Oh, that's hysterical. Right? So, my sister's been working on the website and the Etsy store. So hopefully it's going to be all smooth sailing for holiday shopping. And like I said, I can customize any painting or anything like that. Or, you know, if you want to hint to your loved ones that you want a brush set or something. Okay, guys, you could always message me for that. And, you know, the paintings that I do, all of the paintings, all the display paintings that I do are all for sale. So if there's a certain painting that you liked, or if you just want to trick everybody and be like, look what I painted, and it's actually mine, that would be hysterical. That would be awesome. Right? That would be like a really good trick. You caught me as well. You gotta wait for the hand to be out of the way. I'm gonna mess with you now, Debbie. I'm gonna break my camera stand is what I'm gonna do. That's what's gonna happen. Alright, I'm wiping off my brush. I'm putting it in the water. And I'm gonna make my, I think I'm gonna have, what do I want to drink? I think I'm going to go with a coffee. I think you guys all knew I was going to pick a coffee. I think you all knew that. I think you all knew the answer to what do I want to drink. I think you all knew I was going to pick a coffee. 6,000%. All right, are these dry? These are dry. Okay, so we're going to put in our waterfalls. Alright, so you're going to take Big Boy. Swirl tap that Big Boy. Make sure he's really, really, really clean, right? The more you swirl, the cleaner he's going to get. So swirl, swirl, swirl. Make sure you have clean paper towel to dab them on. Don't be dabbing them on the paper towel that have all the browns on it, right? Switch your paper towel up. So it's clean paper towel. Alright, clean, dry paper towel. And swirling, swirl, tap, dab, and Big Boy. Get him nice and clean. Right? I'm going to wiggle my edge, right? So he's nice and flat and thin and pretty. All purty like. And you want clean white paint, which I actually have some right over here. So you're going to take a little bit of white paint. How much did I say? A little bit. How much? A little bit. One more time. How much paint, Eve? A little bit. And you're going to have it right on the tip of your brush. Okay? And then you're going to very lightly, you're going to hold your brush back here, but you're going to hold it horizontal and you're going to pull straight down. Right? Faster you go, straighter it'll be. Alright? So I'm going to start over on this guy. I'm going to line my brush up to the top. And I'm going to lightly pull. Alright? And then I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. and I'm going to lightly pull. Okay, now if you have a piece that it didn't, you could turn your brush vertical now. Do some dabs. Okay, turned it vertical, do some dabs. Do some flicks upwards. Alright, just like that. Just like that. Alright, do it again. Wipe my brush off. Wipe my brush off. I'm going to do a little wiggle, get all the bristles together. I'm going to grab a little bit of white paint on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to pull. Right, over here, line it up, and pull. Okay, turn my brush the other way. Clean up some of the line. Do a little cleanup, doing a dabbing motion. Do a little flicky-do up from the bottom. Okay, there you go. And again, wipe my brush off, give it a little wiggle wiggle. Make sure all my bristles are together. Grab my white paint. Come over to the last one. And pull. Okay, and then I'm just going to flick upwards. I'm going to sneak some paint in over here, because that's where the other mountain is, which I can always fix later. Okay, just like that. Alright, and now I want to do some mist, so I'm going to grab Fluffy. I'm grabbing my medium Fluffy. I'm going to smash him, make sure he's nice and fluffy. I'm going to grab an extremely light amount of, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to blah, 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 and a blah, and then we're going to blah, blah, blah. You guys got that? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to blah, 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 and we're going to blah, blah. Okay? Alright, good. Glad you got that. Small amount of paint. Smash it in. We're going to swirl. Jeez, I couldn't get those words out to save my life. So I'm going to dip it in the paint, and I'm going to wipe it off on the side of my palette. Right? Extremely light touch. And you're just going to do swirly-doos. You're going to do swirly-doos around these guys. Okay? And like I said, if you wind up having to cover up... we could always go back in and tap these trees back in, or fix right here on the mountainside, so don't stress that part at all. Alright, and I'm just going to swirly do. Very little paint. You notice I didn't grab any more paint, I'm still swirly doing. The yellow from my trees is mixing in with it, but I'm not mad at that. I think that's kind of cool, actually. Okay, 6,000%. Brush goes in the water. I got to get my coffee. Here's some ketchup mustard time for you guys. Butters is sleeping. He's sleeping. Oh, yeah. He's out. He's one out of here puppy. Out of here like Vladimir. So, once we're done with this, we're going to put in, alright? Notice everything's getting done in layers, right? So we did the background layer. Now we're starting to add some more details right on top of that. We did the bricks and we did the waterfalls. So now we're going to map in our train, and we're going to work on our trees. Right? He's in dreamland. So I got my flag cup for Veterans Day. So we're going to do our trees. We're going to map in our train. Penny's got that puppy zoom going on. That's what's going on, Carolyn. We're going to start adding. I told you there's a lot to this painting. So If you just wind up chilling with me as I finish it up, that's fine. I totally understand. Because there's a lot of things in this painting. None of them are difficult, but there's a lot of stuff. Okay? It's basically a culmination of everything I've taught you guys so far. It's pretty much what it is. Because you guys can do all this stuff. You can do every single part of this painting. It just happens to be a lot of parts. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I'm going to take Mini-Me. And I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of blue paint. And I'm going to smash it off. Okay, and I'm going to zigzag zoom. I'm going to zigzag zoom. Alright, so we're going to zigzag zoom. Here, there, not everywhere. Blue into our waterfalls. Now, you don't have to add the blue if you don't want to. If you like the waterfalls just being white, you could totally keep them white. You know, it's personal preference. You know what I mean? If you go to add the blue and you're not really feeling it, it's okay. Now, every time you see me leave, I'm grabbing more paint. So I want small amounts of paint on my brush. So that means I have to keep refilling it. Alright, that means I have to keep refilling it. Okay, so every time you see me leave, I'm grabbing more paint. And I'm just zigzag zooming. That's all I'm doing. Or just zigzag zooming. Alright, I'm going to let that dry. And let's do our trees. Okay, so we need a shoreline. Let me grab Big Boy. Swirl tap that Big Boy. And I'm going to grab some of that brown and some of this black. Dab, dab, and zigzag zoom. A shoreline. Okay, and it just kind of disappears into the distance here. Alright, we're not worried about where it goes. I'm just going to make it thinner and thinner as it goes off into the distance. Okay, I'm going to take this black paint and I'm going to fix my track. Okay, where it went into this area here. So I'm just going to pull this across. Alright, going to fix that all up, clean that all up. Alright, and the top piece right here. Clean that all up. Alright, might make my tunnel a little darker, put some dabs of darker in here. Alright, so now we're all ready for our train pieces. Okay, so we're ready to put our train pieces in, and we're ready to put our shoreline trees in. Okay, so I'm just grabbing some of my brown and sweeping that over, very light touch, some of this black, just to kind of highlight it a little bit. Nothing any serious there, just a little bit of brown to highlight a little bit. And I'll show you close up. Close up! You're all sleeping out there. I needed to wake you up. Hi! Like my pores. So, see how I just swept a little bit of brown across that? Okay, just to give it a little something, something. Alright? Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I cleaned this all up over here in this corner. and put a little darker in there, go into a little lighter. Okay, you guys got that? 6,000%. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to map in, we're going to put in our trees, and then we're going to map in our train. We're going to finish our waterfalls, and we're going to be all set. Alrighty. Sounds like a plan to me. Sound like a plan to you guys? It sounds like a plan to me. That's what I'm talking about. So, the trees. I'm going to map them in white. I'm going to map them in white first. So, I'm going to take my medium fluffy now, and I'm going to grab white paint. Alright? And I'm going to put in these tree shapes. Okay, so I'm going to have a tree here. Right? And we're going to have another tree over here. Maybe he's like a pine tree shape. Okay, do like a little triangle. So I am just going to map in these little, you know, little tree shapes. Whatever they wind up being, it doesn't really matter. Maybe this guy's really big. Okay, there's another pine tree looking shape. Maybe get a oak tree in here. Right? A lot on top, a little on the bottom. Okay, kind of looks like a Brussels sprout, doesn't it? Or broccoli. Looks like a broccoli. Dab in some more little tree shapes. Okay, if I wind up rounding this bend, I have to make it smaller and smaller if I'm rounding the bend. Alright, so if you have a bend in yours, I don't know how I wound up with a bend. I didn't have a bend in the last one, but we have a bend in this one. So if you wound up with a bend also, just make them smaller as you go around the bend. Okay, and I used very little paint, so this is dry now. And I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush, and now I'm going to start adding the colors. So I'm going to start off with the yellows and then go into the reds, and then I'm going to clean my brush and then go into the yellows and then the blues. Bye, Becky. Have a great night, sweetheart. Thank you, Marie. So I got to grab yellow. Alright, I'm going to come over here. We're going to put in a yellow tree. Right? And then I'm going to measure the tree. I'm going to measure from the distance of the tree. I'm going to smush in my reflection. Right? And we're going to pull down and across. Alright? Just like that. Alright? And if you need to do a little bit more, pull down and across. Okay? So there's a yellow tree. Let's make this guy yellow. Alright, let's grab some more yellow paint. This guy can be yellow. And we're going to smush here the yellow. Again, measure my tree. Measure my tree. Go from the bottom of my tree into the water. And that's how big you make it. Pull down and across. Add make sure your finger's clean. Make sure your finger's clean. Because if it's not clean, guess what? Alright, gonna come up into this tree now. And you're not even gonna see a reflection from that one. And let's do this tree. And you might just get a little piece of that tree. Might get a little piece of that tree going on. Alright, now I'm going to grab some red. Alright, let's make this guy red. And I'm actually going to grab a microscopic amount of blue. Okay, so I'm going to grab the red, but I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of blue. Need a little bit more. Just so it winds up being a darker red than what's in the background. Okay, tap that in down here, do my measurement, find a clean finger, down and across. Okay, down and across. All right, let's do another little darker red tree. Let's do one right here. Okay. There's another one. And put it in my water. Make sure my measurement's correct. Get my red finger. Alright, so you guys are understanding the process here. Alright? Not hard. Not hard. It's not hard. Okay, just like that. Alright, now I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush because I actually had some green trees. Okay, so I'm going to swirl tap dab my brush. And I'm going to grab some red and blue. Hello, yellow and some blue. Okay. So I have green. And we'll do a green tree. Tap in the green tree. Come down here. Tap in the green tree. Okay. Get my, I'll use my yellow finger. Pull down and across. Okay, and then over here, this little guy, we'll make him a green tree. Alright, there we go. There's our little forest. Now, can you put another layer on top of all these guys? Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, you guys know the more layers you do, the better it's going to come out, right? So I'm going to take Mini-Me, and anywhere my reflection wound up hitting my shoreline, because, you know, I was smushing. So I'm just going to take Mini-Me now, and I'm going to clean my shoreline back up. So I'm just going to clean my shoreline back up. Just like that. Alright, and there you have. Easy. Now you guys can do the... I've seen paintings. I've seen fall paintings. I've seen other people do fall paintings, and it's just that. So you guys can go complete ham and totally do like so many fall paintings just with this alone. Just by making the trees, putting them in your water, and having a reflection, having a reflection of the colorful trees. Okay, so I've seen videos and people do the paint parties, and that was the whole thing. Okay, so you guys can totally do that. All right, 6,000%. So we're gonna do a little ketchup mustard time. All right. And I'm going to do roll call. Then we're going to finish our waterfalls. We're going to clean up anything we need to clean up. We're going to map in the train. And then I'm going to do a few things on the train. But basically, once you have the shape of the train, it's just you coloring the train in. So we're not going to stress it. I'm going to show you the shapes. I'm going to show you how to put it in. You know, I'll do some block coloring on it, and then, but you guys can go to town and add your details and your colors and anything you want to add to your train, right? So, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know me, I only take you to about layer 3. All right? Any acrylic painting, you should really go to layer 5 with it, right? So I take you guys to layer 3. I don't like to over-instruct you because I want you to use your own creativity and make things yours. All right? So I am not going to sit here and do every little knob, screw, and button that's on the train, because you guys can do that, right? I'm going to give you the shape. I'm going to block in some colors, and I'm going to do a couple little items that I added. But I really want you to turn around and make it your own. And you can Google image a train. You can look at my picture. You can look at all those screenshots that you take. That's still cracking me up. I love it. 6,000%. So if there's something you want me to show you, when I'm all said and done, ask, because I will. But at the same point, like I said, I'm not going to show you every little, you know what I mean? Because I want you to be creative on your own with it. So you know me, I take it about layer 3, and then you guys can get fancy all you want. Alright, because in acrylic painting, you really should take it to layer 5 to call it a done deal. Alright, so I'm grabbing Mini-Me. I gotta grab some clean white paint. Alright, guys, and we're gonna grab some clean white paint. And I'm gonna grab Mini-Me. And we're gonna finish our waterfalls. Oh, I was gonna do roll call. I forgot. Okay, so one more time for the people in the back. We got Marie and Pamela and Kimberly and Tina B and Sheila and Rick, Rochelle and Carolyn and Debbie and Marcia and Cindy and Joan and Tammy and Mary and Katie. Sean's in the house with us. We got Joanne and Laura and Becky and Sean and Laura the first time you're catching me live. I hope you're enjoying the torture. If you have any questions for me, 6,000% ask. Myself or others, mainly Tina B, can answer them for you. Alright, so I got Mini-Me. I'm grabbing clean white paint. A very small amount. This is your de-stress way. I love it. Yeah, it's great, Debbie. I think that's awesome. Small amount of white paint, and I'm going to zigzag zoom my waterfalls one more time. So I'm going to put dabs nice and bright up at the top, and then I'm going to turn my brush and I'm going to zigzag zoom through this. Here, there, not everywhere. Alright, here, there, not everywhere. Okay, and every time you see me leave, I'm grabbing more paint. Because it's small amounts of paint at a time. Small amounts of paint at a time. Okay, and you add as much or as little as you want. Okay. It's up to you. Right? How much of the blue do you want showing? And again, I'm going to dab the top to make that nice bright and white. And I'm going to turn my brush. Flick that down. And then I'm going to zigzag zoom here, there, not everywhere through the rest of the waterfall. Absolutely, this is fun. Aw, thanks, Laura. Glad you're having a good time. Glad you're having a good time. So were you watching the replays? Were you watching the replays on my YouTube, or were you watching the replays on off of the Facebook page? How are you watching the replays, Laura? And guys, you know, you have access to 230 something videos on YouTube, just to let you know. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you guys have like every video I've ever made on Facebook is on the YouTube channel. Okay, because Facebook for some reason didn't keep the titles, so it can get a little tricky to find what you're looking for. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you're going to have access to all of those videos. Alright, now that I have that, I'm going to grab a little Fluffy. Fluffy, where are you? I'm going to grab the small Fluffy this time. Smash them, get them nice and fluffy. Alright, guys, and I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of white paint. And I'm going to swirl my mist again. Right, now I'm just going to do like little swirling actions like this. Right, here, there, not everywhere. I'm just adding some brighter areas into the mist. Right, making it bright on the top of the curve and then dabbing it through. I'll give you guys a close-up in a second so you could see right? So I'm when I have the paint new on my brush, I'm going towards the top of the curve, and then I'm just dabbing it through the rest. Right? I'm just dabbing it through the rest. Okay, that's all I'm doing. So I'm just putting some brighter areas in my mist. Just like that. And let me give you a close-up. I haven't seen any of them. Facebook recommended you, and my dad loves trains. His birthday is Monday, so... Oh, nice! Oh, that's awesome! That's really awesome! Aw, thank you, Debbie. Oh, he's gonna love it. That's such a great idea. That really is. So he's gonna love it. He's gonna love it because you made it. Absolutely. That never goes away. It doesn't matter how old we are. If I make my mom a card, she's like ecstatic. So that never goes away as far as a parent's concerned. My daughter sent me pictures of her doing Halloween stuff, and I was like, that's the cutest thing I ever seen. Thank you so much, Debbie. All right, close up. All right, so see how it's brighter on the top, but it's still see-through towards the bottom? Aw, thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Okay, and now I'm going to take Mini-Me and just clean up that mountain edge. Oh, and you can make it like a birthday train. You could turn around and have like flags on it and presents and all sort. Like you can have the, instead of the coal car having coal, you can turn around and have it have presents and stuff in it instead. Like you can go full on ham with that one. Yeah, I love it. 6,000%. So I'm just taking my brown paint and I'm just cleaning up my edges that got mystified here. Right? They got mystified. Just cleaning those up. That's all. Yeah, so you could do all sorts of stuff like that. Okay, now I'm gonna take Mini-Me. No, I'm gonna take Tiny actually. So I'm gonna grab Tiny. Swirl, tap, dab, Tiny. I'm gonna add some water to my white paint. When I did the masterpiece montage, you know, those little video clips of, you know, that I reveal the paintings to you guys. Just to let you know, I don't know if you noticed the pattern, but every time I do one of those, it's a painting that we're going to do. So just a little heads up if you're wondering what's coming down the pike there. The masterpiece montages are what's happening. All right, so I'm going to add some water to this. Get it nice and loose and thin. And I'm going to zigzag zoom my waterline in. I'm going to zigzag zoom my waterline in. And everything with water is either straight across or straight down. And I love water lines. I mean, I think they're the chef's kiss of making water look like water. Like as soon as you do your water line, it's like, ba-bam, looks like water now. Right? Tell me that water line just didn't make my reflections look like 6,000 times better. Right? And as you go around the bend, you just want to make it tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay? So if you wind up with a around the bender, just make it tiny, tiny. Alright? And then I'm going to add a couple extra little lines in. Here, there, not everywhere. Alright? Again, everything goes straight across. And I love making water lines, so I always do a lot. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, 6,000%. Facebook recommended me. I'm just catching that now. That's cool. That's cool. I'm getting recommended by Facebook. I think that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take Mini-Me and I'm going to clean up my track a little bit right here because it's kind of bothering me. So I'm going to clean this guy up right here because he mixed with the brown paint. So we're just going to clean this up. Boop, 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 boop. So now you can clean up anything you need to clean up, right? Now is the time to kind of just do your schmoozing. Right? If you do any schmoozing where your train's going, you got to give it a chance to dry. Okay, now we're going to map in our train, guys. We're going to map in our train. So I'm going to use white paint. I'm going to use Mini-Me. I'm going to draw my shapes in. All right, we're going to draw in our shapes. So the first, it's all rectangles and squares and circles and triangles, guys. So the first thing I need to do is make gray. So I'm going to, and the train is a few different colors of gray. All right, so the whole train is gray and white. It's just different shades of gray and white. Yeah, you could make this into a present card. You know, like a car that's holding presents and gifts, and put like a flag on the top of the train. Like you can go like full ham on the whole thing. You like the waterfall? Yeah, I sneak waterfalls in every once in a while. So I'm grabbing my black paint, and I'm going to grab my dirty white right here, and I'm just going to make myself a gray. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this because it's getting kind of goopy. Alright, so I'm going to roll my brush so I don't waste all that paint. Wipe my brush off. Yeah, totally, Lori. You can do all that stuff. Thank you. Love the waterfall. Thank you, Debbie. I sneak waterfalls in every once in a while. So I'm grabbing my gray paint, and I'm going to hold my brush like a pencil. This is all dry for me. Okay, so we're going to start off with the car in the back, and you're literally going to make a rectangle, and you're just going to go like a finger size above the track. Okay, so you're just going to go a finger size above the track. And I made the train so it was a profile view, so you're seeing it from the side. So it's easy peasy lemon squeezy to be able to do the shapes and the angles and anything like that, because it's all from the side. So you don't have to worry like when we try to do like our trucks. Remember, and I was showing you a 3D truck, how kind of tricky that was. So you don't have to worry about any of that. This is all straight, normal shapes. Okay, so there is your first piece. Alright, and then the coal. The coal was literally just white, black, and gray dabs. So that's all the coal was. If you're putting a coal car, if you're putting something else in the car, I highly recommend it because that'll look cool and fun. Okay, but this was basically just taking white and black and dabbing it in there. Alright, that's all I did. Okay, and then the wheels, right? The wheels, do them as a parentheses and a parentheses. Okay, do them as a parentheses and a parentheses. Alright, so the middle of the wheel is on the bottom of your cart. So here's your center. And we could put the center like over here. And then you're going to do a parentheses and a parentheses. Alright, over on this side. Okay, that's hiding in the tunnel. And then you just do your spokes. Okay, you just do your spokes. Okay, and just like that, you have a train and a coal car. Alright, I'm going to wipe off my brush. And now we got to do the engine. Okay, so the engine, I'm going to make a very long triangle. Again, a finger step above my track. So I'm using my easel to brace my hand as I draw this straight across. So I'm going to leave some space right here. And then I'm going to draw my engine. Right, let's draw that straight across. Alright, and that's just a rectangle. Okay, that's just a rectangle. Okay, and when you add your stuff, all right, when you add your stuff to your train, you want to start from here and work your way forward. Because if you wind up needing to add more to your train, if you need to make it bigger, you're going to have the room to make it bigger. And you're not trying to squish all this stuff into this small little shape. So when you're doing your train and you're adding all your details, start from this side and work your way forward. And then this way, if you run out of room, you could just make this bigger, right? You could just make this bigger. Okay? So that's how you want to do your details. All right, once we have that rectangle, there's a little house on the back. All right, so he's just a square. So that's just a square. So just want to fill that in. Oh my goodness, so Laura, you got to take a picture of your dad getting your painting and share it with us, because I'd love to see that. That would be great. That'd be awesome. So on my event page, guys, don't forget, there is the post to share your paintings. So don't forget to share your work there. And guys, try to, this line is really crooked. I just noticed how crooked it is. I don't notice when lines... Why didn't you guys tell me that it was crooked? I don't notice how crooked things are because I'm painting from the side. I'm sneaking up behind you. I'm a creeper. I'm a creeper. Yes, I am. Alright, wow, this line's crooked too. You guys are no help, man. You didn't tell me my lines were crooked. You didn't tell me my lines were crooked. Alright, so there's our house. Okay. That's a little bit better. Alright, I need more black paint because I ran out of black paint. So we're going to grab some more black paint. Okay, moving right along. We're moving right along. Oh, awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, in the event page, Laura, I put a spot, share your creations here. So, and if you can't find it, that's okay. The fam shares their creations all over the page. You guys have posted pictures of your creations and, have posted pictures of your creations, like, under, like, the most random things. But I seem to find them. Oh, but try to take a good picture, okay? Because I love putting the videos together that share your work. But if it's not a good picture, I have a hard time editing it. And then it doesn't look as good as your work actually is. So, oh, I just dropped that paintbrush too. Fumble! Oh, we got to swirl tap dab them. I didn't catch that one, and it has Butter's hairs on it now. Anybody else drop their brushes and pick them up and if their pet hairs all over them? Does anybody else have that problem? Anybody else have that problem with the pet hair getting on the brush? Okay, so there's a triangle roof. I gotta make more gray. Scooping that on over. And we're going to make some more gray. Okay, so there's a triangle roof. Wiping my brush off. Okay, to do a triangle so it's even Steven. I'm just going to fix this line right here. Okay, you turn around and you find the center of your square. Find your middle. Oh, let's find our center. Oh, find your center right here. Bring it up. Do your triangle down either side. You get cat hair, Carolyn? Yeah, I get Butter's hair on stuff. Yeah, if I drop a brush, I got Butter's hair on it, that's for sure. Now you get penny hair, too. You get penny hair, too, I'm sure. Okay, so we got our little house. Alright, so the next piece, right, is the big tube that's on the top. Alright, is the big tube that's on the top. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to make this longer. So we're just going to do it right now. Okay, so the next piece is the other rectangle that's on the top of this one. Alright, so I'm just going to bring that out. And I stopped it before the edge of the other one. Okay, so this is the other tube. Now, if you guys want to level up, since this is circular, if you want to level up, you can do that with your shading. So, I just got white paint on my elbow. You guys see that? Oh, poodles don't shed. Well, there you go. Yeah, see, look, guys. I just dunked my elbow into my white paint. If you guys want to level up, you can with your shading. So, basically, to shade something that's a circle, alright, you're going to put dark in here. So this is just black. And I'm going to put dark in here. That's just black. Wipe my brush off. I'm going to put light in the center. Okay. And then you zigzag zoom this. You zigzag zoom this. Okay. So you zigzag zoom the dark. Right, blend the lighter into it. Right, I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to zigzag from the dark up into the lighter area. Okay, and that's how you make something look circular. Alright, like I said, it's a level up. So if you don't get it, that's okay. Should you try it? Absolutely. But if you don't get it, it's alright if you don't get it. As long as you tried it, that's all that matters. Okay, so that's how you would make it look round. Right, I'm just going to clean up my edge of the rectangle that's under it. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so the next main piece is where the smoke comes out. Alright, so you guys can add your bumps and your bells and everything else that you want to add in, okay? And then the next main piece you're going to have is where the smoke comes out. Okay, so you want to make sure you add that in. And the stack actually goes higher than the house. So you want to turn around and drop your line in here. And then you're going to make a T. You're going to make a T. And then you're going to curve this in this way. And curve this in that way. Alright? And that's how you're going to have your stack. Okay? Once you have that, now the stack is circular. So... right, Debbie? I'm like so into my work. So the stack is circular too. So you want to make sure like this part right here is rounded where it connects in. Alright, I just did it really light so you could see what I was doing. Okay, so you want to make sure that that piece is rounded where it connects into the train. Okay, and then on the top, I'm going to grab Mr. Nifty, and I'm going to grab black paint, and you're going to do the curve around on the top. So you do the curve around, right? It's just a flat oval. That's all it is. It's just a flat oval. Okay, that's all it is. all it is. It's just a flat oval. Alright, and like I said, you can add all your gizmos and doodads. There's like a square up here, and then there's like a little headlight to the square, right? So there's a little headlight, okay, and then there's like a bell, right? So there's a bell on the train, like right around here, so you can add a bell. So, I mean, you guys can have fun with all your little shapes and gizmos and doodads and all that stuff that are on your trains, all right? The next piece you want to put in is the thing that pushes the cows off the track, all right? So that's literally just a triangle, a half a triangle off the front. All right, that pushes the cows off the track, okay? So you want to make sure you get that. And the wheels, again, all right, parentheses and parentheses, your wheels. Let me grab white paint so you can see it. So, parentheses and parentheses, your wheels. All right. And then you would put your spokes in them. And then the front has a tiny, tiny wheel right here. Okay, so you can do a tiny, tiny wheel right there. And then there was a window, you know. So you guys, you can have fun with all your details on your train that you want. All right, there's all these little pieces of stuff here and there. The more you add to it, the better it's going to look, right? So, you know, that's up to you how much detail you want to add to your train. So the more you add to it, obviously the better it's going to look. And here's a really good idea for you too, Laura. So the steam, I made my original, I wanted to look authentic, but doing the steam, I really, 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 really wanted to do a heart as steam. So I'm going to grab my medium fluffy, and I'm going to grab my white paint, and we're going to swirly do. Okay, so I'm going to start here because that's where it's going to be the darkest. And then I'm going to swirly do, bringing it into the sky area. Okay, and as you get into the sky area, there's going to be less paint on your brush, so it's going to wind up misting out. Okay, so you start off by the train, so this way, that's the darkest, and then as you swirl out, it's going to get less and less dark. So if you're going to do a shape in your steam, I just grab the white paint, and I draw the shape very, very lightly. Alright, so very lightly I would draw the shape in. Okay, so very lightly. And then I wipe off my brush, and then you just do swirlies around those lines that you made. Okay, so then you just do the swirlies around those lines that you made, and you guys can put whatever shapes you want into your steam. Okay, so if you want to make your steam making a heart or whatever you want it to make, that's how you would do it. Okay, guys, so you guys are all set. Unless there's something more you want me to show you or you want to see. Like I said, you got what you need to make your train 6,000%. I will show you the picture of the finished one here. So if you want to screenshot for all the little details that I added, okay, you can totally do that. So I made a bell, and you know, I did the spokes, and there's a little like headlight piece right here, there's a little piece right there, there's a little rectangle thingy here. You know, I added stripes to my house. So, but those are all things that you know, have fun and go create, right? That's my motto. So I want you to have fun and go create. Next Friday, cock-a-doodle-doo. Next Friday is our lovely rooster. All right, cock-a-doodle-doo. And then sooner or later, I don't know what week I want this to be, but we're going to be doing Jack. Okay, so this is coming up. Also, I think I want to put a couple more Christmas ones in front of him. So we'll see how it goes, but he's definitely coming up in December. Okay, guys? So you guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. So the stars is enabled, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I already shared those links with you. 6,000%. I'm going to see you guys every Friday. I'm not going anywhere. So you don't have to worry about that. And I hope you have fun with your choo-choo, man. I want to see them. I want to see them. Post them to the event page. Let me see what you guys came up with. I'm excited to see them. And I'm excited to see your dad get his gift from you. I'm sure he's going to love it. 6,000%. If you ever have any questions, you're welcome, Tammy. If you ever have any questions, there's a button at the top of my Facebook page. It says, I will say hi to Butters for you, Debbie. He is out like a light. You're so welcome, Laura. Thank you, Carolyn. Have fun with Penny. And there's a message button. You could send me a message at any time asking me a question. Thank you, Debbie. And that is the best way to contact me. Okay? Mr. Nifty's went on out. So if you do send me support, $3 worth or more, that's just because of postage, guys. Message me your address to make sure that I can send you out your free gift. All right, guys, I love you. You're all awesome. You all warm my heart. Have fun. Go create, okay? Mwah. Good night, everybody.